Hello students, welcome to our first English class for SSC CGL. In today's class, we are going to solve certain very important previous year questions of SSC CGL, and the chapter to be taught in the first class is articles. Hence, in this class and in some of the upcoming classes, we are going to solve certain important previous year article questions of SSC CGL. Well, before starting the questions, we should have a clear knowledge regarding the rules and regulations of the concerned chapter. I hope we all are having the idea and proper knowledge of the exceptional rules of articles which we have studied within class 10. So just a very quick revision of the basic understanding of the chapter, and then we'll start with the questions directly. Let's know what type of articles are basically seen in the sentences. There are mainly two types of articles present. One is definite article, another is indefinite article. Definite article is when we are using the word the, while indefinite article is when we use a and an. So whenever we are trying to specify any situation, we definitely have to use definite article the. And whenever we are trying to put any sentence, any situation in a generalized way, or whenever we are just trying to put a statement in a very normal, general state, nothing special, nothing particular, we use indefinite article. And there are certain situations where we use indefinite article a. We usually use indefinite article a for consonant, such as B, G, C, F, R, P, Q, and we use indefinite article a for vowels, such as A, E, I, O, U. So these are the very basic knowledge that we all have in our mind, that we all know from a very young age, and now it's time to actually imply this knowledge and solve certain questions along with certain exceptional rules. So let's begin our questions. Coming to the first question. Let's read the sentence. I'm requesting all of you that you must read the question at least twice or thrice before coming to the conclusion or before coming to the answer. Please don't jump to the answer before reading the question at least twice. It is very, very important and essential to read the question, understand the meaning of the sentence, and also, not only the meaning, we also have to understand the grammatical meaning of a sentence. Always keep this in mind that a sentence has two types of meaning. One, the literal meaning, the dictionary meaning, and number two is the grammatical meaning. And we need to focus both the meanings simultaneously. Alright, well, in due course of time, as much as sentences we will practice, we'll get to know all this type of habits, and all this type of habits will get adept within ourselves. So let's read the question. I know a doctor you are referring to, and this is a previous year question of SSC CGL 2022. So this question we have faced in 2022. The I know a doctor you're referring to. In the sentence, we can clearly see that we are actually talking about a person, a specific person whom someone is referring. That is, we are talking about a person whom you are referring. That means it is not any person. It is not a number of person. It is not 100 people. It's not 40 people. It's any one person, specified one person. And according to the rules and the exceptional rules of article, whenever we specify any particular person, whenever we are specifying any situation, whenever we are particularizing any specific person, we have to use definite article the in those cases, and we can never use indefinite article. Let me just give you a short example so that you can have a clear, a better idea. We can say, I will go to office by bus, by a bus. That means I'll go to office with by any bus. It can be an AC bus, it can be a government bus, it can be a private bus, anything. But when we are saying, I'm just erasing it, I will go to office by dash red AC bus. That means I'm specifying it. I'm getting particular about my choice, that I'll go to office by the red AC bus. That means I'm specifying it. So in this kind of sentences, we are specifying it, and whenever we are specifying any situation, we have to use definite article the. Hence the correct sentence is, I know the doctor you are referring to, and the error is lying in part number 2. Now moving to the next question, let me just give you a clear idea about what kind of questions you may face in CGL. Basically, there are basic 3 types of pattern of question that you may face. First one is spotting the error, where a sentence will be given to you and the sentence will be divided into 3 to 4 categories along with another additional option called no error. And you have to figure out which part of the sentence is having an error. This is a category of question that you might face in an examination. The second category is the sentence will have an error and the error will be marked to you. You don't have to find out the error. The error is already marked to you, but your work is to correct the error. You have to correct the error and make the sentence correct. And the options will be given in the question itself, and you have to choose the correct option which makes the sentence correct. These are the basic 2 types that you may face in the examination. And there is third type as well, where a sentence will be given, there will be an error and the error will be not marked to you, and you have to find out the error and you have to also rectify the error. So basically mixture of the first 2 type is the third type. So third type is something where you have to find out the error and also rectify the error. So all the sentences that we are going to solve in this session, we are going to solve by following the third type. That is, we'll try to find out the error and also rectify the error, so that it helps us to get us prepared for all types of questions. I hope the procedure is clear to you. Now coming back to this sentence, I hope this sentence is clear. So basically it's nothing, it's about a person whom we know, and we are just specifying the person, that I know the doctor you're referring to. Hope this question is clear to you. Moving to the next question. Let's read out the next question. You can clearly see that this question is a little bigger question. Again, warning you all, please read the question twice to thrice. In the background, they could hear John laughing and joking loudly. John was the life and soul of any party, and he was cracking a joke every few minutes. And this is a question of, again, SSC CGL 2022. We have faced this question on 2022 CGL. Let's read the question again. In the background, they could hear John laughing and joking loudly. John was the life and soul of any party. And whenever you're reading again and again, you will clearly find out that slowly and steadily, you can see the error. It is actually coming out of the sentence and literally hitting your mind. Just like when I read the sentence again, and the way I read, I hope you're getting the idea where the error is lying. Now the error is actually lying in part number 2. Now the question why? Now let's try to understand the literal meaning and the grammatical meaning of this sentence. In the background, they could hear John laughing and joking loudly. John was the life. That means we are specifying it. We are making it definite. We are making it particular. John was the life and soul of any party. How come any party? Because any party is something average, something general. That means something indefinite, not specific, right? Now, in this sentence, we are talking about John, who is present in a party. Now, John is present in a party and who is laughing a lot, cracking jokes, and making everyone feel good, feel happy, feel laughing. Now, how come when we are talking about a person in a party, how come we can say any party? Any party means any party, like it can be any party happening here and there. But in this sentence, we are actually talking about a person in a particular party. So you can now guess where the error is lying. John was the life and soul of the party, because we are talking of a particular party, and whenever we are making things particular and definite, we have to use definite article the to make it composite, to make it specific and particular. So the correct sentence is, in the background they could hear John laughing and joking loudly. John was the life and soul of the party, and he was cracking a joke every few minutes. Here we are talking about a particular person in the particular party. I hope it's clear and easy. Moving to the next question. Removing seeds from cotton plants was the slowest job until Ellie Whitney invented the cotton gin. This is again a previous year question, and we have faced this question on SSC CGL 2022. It's a 2022 CGL question. Let's read the question once more. Removing seeds from cotton plants was a slowest job until Ellie Whitney invented the cotton gin. Now let's try to find out where the error is lying. The error is lying in part 3. Now before going through the question, let me just remind you a very important, crucial and vital and easy rule of article. Whenever we use any superlative degree, whenever we are using any superlative degree, according to the exceptional rules of articles, we have to use definite article the before the superlative degree, right? So in this sentence, we have to do the same thing. We are actually putting definite article the before the superlative degree. Now what is a superlative degree? It's adjectives. For example, tall, taller, tallest. So tall is positive degree, which is used for any particular one noun. Taller is comparative degree, which is actually used between two nouns. It can be between two people, two objects, any two nouns. And tallest is the superlative degree, which is actually used among a lot of nouns. He is the tallest boy of the class. That means a lot of boy is present in the class, but he is the tallest one. So tallest is used among a lot of people or a lot of nouns. So tallest is a superlative degree, and it is the highest degree. Highest degree. Since it is the highest degree, so it is one in number, unique. So before superlative degree, we have to write the, because it is getting specified. Because whenever we are making something superlative or highest, it is always unique or it is always one in number, and whenever something is one in number, it is specific, it is definite, and we are making it the highest or the superlative one, the most important, the highest one, most, greatest, fastest, slowest. In all these cases, it is the specified one. Hence, we have to use definite article the. I hope the rule is clear. Now coming back to the sentence. Removing seeds from cotton plants was the slowest job until Ellie Whitney invented the cotton gin, because slowest is a superlative degree, and according to rules of articles, we have to use definite article the before superlative degree. I hope this sentence is clear. Moving to the next question. A milk can provide protein for nutritionally balanced diet. A milk can provide protein for nutritionally balanced diet, and this question has come on SSC CGL 2020. This is a question of 2020 CGL. Now this is a very easy question, and we can clearly see that the error is lying in part 1. Why? Here we can see milk. Now what is milk? Milk is uncountable noun. Let me just write down for you all. Milk is uncountable noun. Now what is uncountable? Things that we cannot count. Things that we cannot count, but definitely we can measure it. We can measure milk with the help of units, liter, right? We can measure it, but we cannot count it as 1, 2, 3, 4. And when do we use a? A is used for showing one or one unit. So whenever we are saying give me a pen, that means we are saying give me one pen. But if we say give me one milk, can we mean like giving one milk? Give me a milk means giving one milk. How can we use one or a for an uncountable noun? It's not possible because we cannot count it, right students? So according to the rules of articles, we can never put indefinite article or any indefinite article before before uncountable noun. So a or an before uncountable noun is incorrect. Henceforth in this sentence, a is incorrect. So the correct sentence is milk can provide protein for a nutritionally balanced diet. I hope this sentence is clear to you. Moving to the next question. An experiment vaccine has brought glimmer of hope for malarial researcher. An experiment vaccine has brought glimmer of hope for malarial researcher. Now this is another very easy and definitely very important question. And this question has come on SSC CGL 2022. So it's a question of 2022. Now this is a little different but not difficult. An experiment vaccine has brought glimmer of hope for whom? For malarial researcher. Now if we would have said only researcher, the sentence would have been fine. That a vaccine has brought a lot of hope and new way for researchers. But we are specifying it with the word malarial. That we are not specifying, we are not generalizing it for any researcher. We are specifying it, right? That it is not for all the researchers, it's for especially malarial researchers. So definitely it's easy for us to guess the answer. Now the correct answer is we have to use the word the because we are specifying the category of researcher. So the correct sentence is an experiment vaccine has brought glimmer of hope for the malarial researcher. So the error is lying in part 3. I hope the sentence is clear to you. Moving to the next question. Now this question is really different and not difficult but very different and with a wonderful twist. So please be very careful and please concentrate on this question. This question is of SSC CGL 2020. Let's read the question. Supposing that information proves to be totally reliable, should we still have to recast the plans? There's a question mark, hence it's an interrogative sentence. There is a question mark, hence it's interrogative sentence. It's a question of 2020 CGL. Now let's read it again. Supposing that information proves to be totally reliable, should we still have to recast the plans? Alright, now this one is not at all difficult. Let's try to find out. Now, please keep this in mind that whenever we are trying to find the grammatical meaning of the sentence, we are also focusing on the literal meaning of the sentence. But usually all of us move or run behind the literal meaning of the sentence only. But there are certain situations, rather better to say, in every situation, we must also check the grammatical meaning of the sentence as well. So whenever you're getting very confused regarding questions or sentences and you're not able to find out the answer, there's a very short trick that I can share with you all that I personally follow. Well, whenever you're not able to find out the answer and you think the sentence is correct, but you're also thinking that how come the sentence or so many questions are becoming correct, or maybe I am doing anything wrong? In all those situations, use a very short trick that I am personally sharing with all of you. Try to find out in the sentence that a word is having any synonymous word in the sentence or not. Any synonymous word or phrase. Just try to find out in the sentence that if there is any word that has another synonymous word or phrase in the sentence or not. In this way, you can try to figure out where the error is lying in the sentence. Now let's try to apply this logic on this question. Supposing that information proves to be totally reliable, should we still have to recast the plans? Now this part is an interrogative part. Interrogation part. We are asking a question to someone. But in the first two part, let's start getting specific with the words. Supposing. So when we are using the word supposing, it's a hypothetical situation that suppose this has happened to you. Think that you're a fairy. Think that you are teaching in such a great university. Think that you're such a great star. That means it's a hypothetical situation. Supposing that information. So we are making a hypothetical situation regarding an information. Next part of the sentence. Proves to be totally reliable. Now what is the meaning of to be? When do we use to be? Now to be is actually used for those situations which are not happened yet, which has not happened yet, but it will happen. There's a high chance, there's a high tendency of happening, but it has not happened yet. It is going to happen. It will happen. So in this kind of situation, we use words like to be husband, to be teacher, would be husband, would be. So this kind of phrase, this kind of words are used in those situations where the situation has not occurred yet, but it will occur. Alright, so basically you will find that in this sentence, the word supposing and the words to be are actually giving the similar meaning, similar vibe to the sentence. Supposing is creating a hypothetical situation that the ultimate situation has not happened yet, but is about to happen. And the word to be is also giving the same vibe that it has not happened yet, but it is going to happen. And in both the cases, the meaning is same and the meaning is expressed in a single sentence. I hope now it is getting a little more clear actually what I'm trying to focus on. Now let's reread the question. Supposing that information proves to be totally reliable, that means we are getting a synonymous word in the first and synonymous words in the second part, and we have to omit either one. Either we have to say, supposing that information proves totally reliable, should we still have to recast the plans? Or we have to say, that information proves to be totally reliable, should we still have to recast the plans? So in this sentence, we are having two errors. Now you may ask me, ma'am, when we are having two errors in a sentence, should we mark both of them? Yes, of course, because it's not objective, it's MCQ. Multiple choice question, where if there is an error in where there are errors in two part of the sentences, then definitely you should mark it. And in this sentence there is another twist. If you mark both option 1 and also option 2, then you are incorrect. Why? If you mark option 1, then you are actually striking out the word supposing. And when you are giving option 2 as the correct answer, as the incorrect part, you are actually striking off to be. You have to choose either one, not both one. Okay, so either you have to write supposing that information proves totally reliable, or you have to write that information proves to be totally reliable. Either one of them. So if you mark both the options, then your sentence is like, that information proves totally reliable, should we still have to recast the plans? That means the hypothetical situation is not created. You have to mark either one or either two, either of them. Okay, so what's your like, you can just mark the option according to your choice, either one or two. Like in this sentence I'm just choosing option 2, but you can also choose option 1. So the sentence that has been corrected is, supposing that information proves totally reliable, should we still have to recast the plans? I hope the logic, the twist, the way of logic, finding logic, and the sentence, all these things are clear to you. This is a very different, interesting, and most importantly, it was a repetitive question. I hope this sentence is clear to you. Moving to the next question. Now coming to a very easy one. Let's try to find out what is the correct answer for this question. Alright. Tea which I am drinking is hot. It's a very easy question, and this question we have faced in SSC CGL 2021. Let's reread the question. Tea which I am drinking is hot. Very easy to find out. The error is lying in part 1. Why? Because we are specifying something. We are specifying a noun. Even it can be the name of any food. It can be name of any food, name of any place, name of any person, name of anything, anything. But we are actually specifying it, that what I'm having, the tea that I am having is hot. So definitely according to the rules of article, we have to put definite article the before tea. The tea which I am drinking is hot. I hope the question is clear. Moving to the next question, which is another easy one. It took me almost an hour to fill the application form. It took me almost an hour to fill the application form. Now this is a question of SSC CGL 2022 question. It took me almost an hour. Very easy and very convenient to find out. The error is lying in part 2. I'm pretty sure you people are thinking, oh my god, this is such an easy question. How come such easy questions can come in SSC CGL? Don't worry. Actually, this kind of questions, easy and also difficult, both on all types of questions we often face in competitives. Now let's reread the sentence and let me tell you why. It took me almost an hour. So the correct indefinite article is an hour and not a hour. It took me almost an hour to fill the application form. Now why an hour? Because for words where the letter H is silent, we have to use indefinite article an before those words. Words where H is silent, words that are starting with H and the H is silent. For example, hour, honest, honorable, honorary. In all these cases, we have to put indefinite article an before these words because the letter H is silent in these words. But when we are saying hat, we are not using an, we are using a. Why? Because H is not silent here. H is used as a consonant. So it is actually different. So it is actually differing from word to word and also letter with the help of which the word is starting. And if the letter is playing the role of a vowel, then an will be placed before the word, and if the letter H is playing the role of a consonant, then A will be placed before that word. Now this is a very easy and one of the ancient English knowledge that we have achieved at a very younger class and younger age, I must say, and that's a very much repetition and implication of one of the ancient and youngest English knowledge that we have gained literally in class 2 or 3. I hope the sentence is clear, and moving to the next question. Coming to the next and the last question for today's class, let's read the question. After knowing truth, they took the right decision in the matter. Now this is a question of SSC CGL 2021. Now let's read once more. After knowing truth, they took the right decision in the matter. Now in this sentence, the error is lying in part 1. Now let me tell you why. After knowing the truth, they took the right decision. But why? Because whenever we say truth, right, correct, we use indefinite article a or an. No, we use definite article the. Why? Because right path, right person, truth, correct. These are always specific. These are always specified. And whenever we are making or whenever we are mentioning something specific, we have to use definite article the before those words. But whenever we are saying lie, incorrect, we don't have to use the. Why? Because there are a lot of lies present around ourselves, right? So we are not specifying it, so we can use indefinite article. Like for example, we often say please don't tell a lie. So lie is something which is general, so we can use indefinite article or before lie. But when we are using truth, we have to use the, and when we are using incorrect, we have to use an. Why? Because I is a vowel. So please don't take an incorrect path. That means please be on the correct path. So whenever we are specifying it, we are using definite article the, and whenever we are talking something about general, we are using indefinite article a or an. So the correct sentence is, after knowing the truth, they took the right decision. Just like, see in this part it is written the right. Just like this is the correct decision. And correct decision is always one, always specified. They took the right decision in the matter. I hope this sentence is clear to all of you. Well, that's all from articles for this class. We'll come with the next important previous year questions of articles from for CGL from various years in the next class. See you in the next class with the article questions. Thank you.